Hey everybody, Aaron Cowan, Sage Dynamics, and this is the Agency Arms Classified. The Classified is Agency Arms' first offering as a rifle. It is an AR platform rifle, as you can plainly see. And there's a lot of ARs out there, so why would somebody choose this particular rifle? Well, there are things about the AR design that you just leave alone. There's certain features, ergonomic or functional, that you don't want to mess with because they work, and they work really, really well. But there's always ways to improve upon controls or adaptability or ergonomics in certain areas. And I think that's what Agency really, really wanted to do in looking at this rifle. Now, this rifle is a collaborative effort. It wasn't just an Agency Arms. You've got Primary Weapon Systems, Agency Arms, AXTS, Dead Air, and Bootleg, all involved in, to some degree, adding very value-added features to this rifle system. Now, it's not a game changer, and it's not going to reinvent the wheel, but what it does do is present some unique features, actually unique features, you can't find on any other AR platform. Classified comes in Agency Gray, comes with a custom bag, magazine pouch, magazines, and some other goodies that come in the bag. Some people ask me, well, is the rifle substantially better than what's already out there? That's not really for me to decide. And you know, for full disclosure, I'm sponsored by Agency Arms, so I'm not going to review this gun. I've spent a lot of time with it. I could give you some objective opinions about it, but I don't feel like that would be proper of me, being that it would almost present a conflict of interest. I don't want to put ad copy out there, but I also want to put a review out there that some people could see as disingenuous, because I am ultimately sponsored by Agency Arms. Now, having said that, my integrity would not allow me to represent a brand or a product or quality of product that I didn't feel was good. I mean, ultimately, that's what we're talking about. If I recommend a product and you go out and buy it and that product turns out to be bad, then that's a hit on me. Now, if you times that by 10 or 15 or 20 people, depending on how many people say, you know, I'm going to trust Aaron's opinion, I'm going to go out and get this gun or this product or what have you, and I turn out to be wrong, then that hurts my integrity, and you only have one opportunity to have good integrity. Once you ruin it, you ruin it. So I'm not going to do a review on this gun. I know it would pass with flying colors, but it's not my place. It needs to go to someone who's completely disinterested and have them review it, and that you'll be able to find that in the future. And when it does come out, I'll be sure to share it so you can find it. I like this gun a lot. In fact, I do love this rifle. As far as DI goes, this is it for me. Now, just getting right into it, what I'm going to do is just walk you through the features of the rifle and identify what features actually makes it unique. First thing everyone notices about the Classified is the upper and lower receiver. They appear to be billet. In fact, a lot of people upon close inspection assume they're billet, but they're actually forged. The forging process was done in a way that weight was able to be reduced while maintaining the superior strength that you get from forging. There are some very unique features built into it. This is somewhat aesthetic, but it also took a little bit of weight out of the gun. And then we've got almost fully ambidextrous controls. We've got an AXTS short throw selector. We have an ambidextrous magazine release, and then we have an ambidextrous bolt release. The bolt release isn't fully ambidextrous, as in you cannot retain the bolt with either side, but you can release it with either side of the rifle. Another really cool feature is the PWS ratcheting castle nut. It's traditionally installed like you would use an armorer's wrench or what have you, but it's got a locking detent in there that actually allows the castle nut to ratchet in place, which provides a positive retention of the castle nut, so you don't have to worry about rock set or staking or anything like that. Furniture is Magpul K2 grip SL stock. They went with the AXTS Raptor charging handle in this really cool two-tone. The Raptor has kind of become a standard. You see a lot of people using it. You see a lot of people including it as OEM or as an add-on to their rifle, and there's a reason for that. It's a solid piece of equipment. It allows you to do things that a traditional mil-spec charging handle won't. I find it very useful for clearing malfunctions, certain types of malfunctions such as stuck case or something like that. The Raptor actually well outperforms a traditional mil-spec or even some of those other ambidextrous handles that I've seen. Probably the most unique and useful feature of the agency rifle is the bolt carrier group. This is a bolt carrier group made by Bootleg. It is a 4-position adjustable bolt carrier. Those of you who've been shooting suppressed with DI know the aggravation of the gas system. Do you get an adjustable block? Do you get a gas busting charging handle? What do you do? Well, this is the solution. The Gemtech system that I did a review on in the past is a 2-position. This bolt carrier group is a 4-position. You have 2 suppressed and 2 unsuppressed settings for, like just what it says, suppressed or unsuppressed. Running a can on this thing was, I couldn't tell I was shooting a DI gun. That's how amazing this bolt carrier group is. As far as gas management goes, it has to be done somewhere, but it's nice now that people are actually looking to the bolt carrier group as opposed to adjustable gas blocks, which can be difficult to adjust on the fly. But with this carrier, I can adjust it from the outside, no worries. All excess gas is going to be vented out the side suppressed, and then I take the can off, quick slot, turn, and I'm back to unsuppressed fire. Now moving right along with Bootleg's edition, the rail. The rail is another very unique feature. The rail does something no other rail right now does, and it gives you Picatinny and key mod at the same time. Now someone might ask, well, why would I want Picatinny if I already have key mod? If you think about a lot of your hard products, such as your lights, D-balls, PEX, things of that nature, they generally default to Picatinny mounting, and if you want to put them on key mod, you have to buy some kind of adapter, or you have to put a section of Picatinny on your key mod, which increases the width of the surface and things of that nature. This rail has Picatinny and key mod up front. Why not the whole rail? Well, they did a focus group and basically found that the majority of people who are going to mount devices that default to Picatinny are going to mount them up near the barrel versus further back. I know my personal preferences. I like everything up here as much as possible as far as things I'm going to use, because that's where my hand, my support hand, my control hand for those accessories primarily spends most of its time. So when I'm running a gun set up for night vision, or as you can see even with my weapon light, I run it at 12 o'clock up front. If I was going to run a side mounted light, if I was going to run a PEC or a D-ball or anything like that, it's all going to be up here where it needs to be. Barrel offering is 14.5 inches pin. Now it's chambered 223 Wild 1 and 8 twist. I like the 1 and 8. I used to be really hardcore 1 and 7, but 1 and 8 to me offers the best performance out of a wide variety of rounds. I can still shoot my 77 grains, go all the way down to 55, no problem. Now as far as muzzle devices go, they went with dead air silencers. You're going to have a dead air flash suppressor pinned, which isn't a big deal. Some people, they want to comp, they want to break. Well, you have that in the pyro. You've got a flash hider for shooting at night. If you're worried about things like that, you don't actually want that huge fireball that looks really cool in pictures but is actually useless in real life. But if you do want the fireball, a little mini fireball, but more importantly, if you want to flatten the gun out for daytime shooting, you can put on the pyro. It's as easy as that. The mounting system locks in, and of course, as far as cans go, Dead Air has the Sandman S. Now, I haven't spent a whole bunch of time with the Sandman S at this point, but I can say I do like it so far. It's multi-cal, so it comes as a 30 cal, but you can get additional end caps to bring it down to 5.56. Of course, you know, throughout the video you'll see me shooting with the Sandman S. I do like it a lot so far. My initial impressions, they are initial because I've only put about 1,000 rounds of this through this rifle on my own. Recoil is super manageable, which is important. You know, we choose our rounds, we choose our rifles, and we add features to try to dampen that recoil because we want guns to shoot laser beam flat. And even with the dead air flash hider, the gun is very manageable recoil, and I'll show you the recoil between the 3 different devices. The flash hider, and then of course the pyro, and then of course, you know, running it with a suppressor, the dead air silencer Sandman S. The features on this rifle, to me, is a really good amalgamation for the DI platform that allow me to do everything I need to do with a rifle. I feel like it's got enough quality and enough value-added features to make it a gun that fits multiple categories versus just a safe queen, or a 3-gun champ, or a night vision gun, or just a range shooter or a bench rest gun. It's going to do whatever you need it to do. So, final verdict. Again, not a review, but just my own personal, as objective as possible and subjective final verdict. This is an amazing rifle. This is a rifle that I think if you're in the market for a higher end AR, because let's be honest, this is a high end AR, this is the place to look. It's definitely something that you should be considering when you're looking at the different brands. I like the fact that every single feature on this gun that adds to the cost can be explained with what it's going to do versus how it looks. The only aesthetics really in this gun is the color. Even these cool designs, upper lower receiver, serve a purpose. Well, of course, agency's logo, that just, you know, brands the gun. I wouldn't say it serves a purpose, but if you wanted to be pedantic, you could say, well, it did reduce a little bit of weight. But in all seriousness, great rifle, great features, and I can't find anything on it that was put there just because it looked cool. Everything's there for a reason. So, kind of just like with the agency Glock, you know, it's just kind of like, drop the mic.